Friends, so a lot of examination forms, the registrations have already started. And one such examination is NMAT. Now, NMAT is conducted by Narsi Munji Institute of Management Studies. Like the main campus of NMIMS is in Mumbai, and NMIMS has a lot of campuses across the country. Now, friends, when we have seen a lot of examination registration which is opened in the recent past, we have been conducting so many sessions for all of you so that all of you will not have any kind of confusion as far as the registration process of these examination forms is concerned. Also, a lot of you have been confused. Like I have come across a lot of my students who asked me to educate them about NMAT and NMIMS. NMIMS is definitely a very famous college, but not all of us would know a lot of things about Narsi Munji Aptitude Test or Narsi Munji Institute of Management Studies. All right. So it's our duty as a team, BYJU'S Exam Prep, to conduct or to share as much information as possible to our students or with our students so that all of you are aware of these entrance examinations, the different colleges, all right? And you will be able to take a good decision, a thought after decision in case you want to fill these forms or not. All right. So here in this session, we are going to discuss all you need to know about NMAT 2023. All right, so there will be plenty of components. So whatever information that I have with me, I'll be sharing all that information with all of you about NMIMS as well as NMAT 2023. In case I'm unable to share some information and you have any kind of query, so feel free to post your query in the chat box. Probably I'll be covering most of these queries in today's session only. In case I'm unable to answer all these queries, in case I will miss out with any of the queries, I'll definitely pick up those queries and will address all those things in my sessions which I'll be conducting in the upcoming future. All right. So friends, all you need to know about NMAT 2023. Here we are on the BYJU'S exam prep. I'm Gaurav Gupta. I welcome all the students who are attending this session or who are going to attend this session in the near future. All of you welcome on BYJU'S Exam Prep YouTube channel. So friends, let us begin with this session. Now, a few things that you all know about, all must know about NMAT. So these are some key points. Now, point number one. Now you can take NMAT in 3 attempts. So candidates can take the test 3 times in an admission cycle. And I'll take a comparison. So like in 1 year, you can take CAT examination only once. Okay, in any academic cycle, CAT examination is conducted once. You can take it only once. Definitely it is conducted in 2 different slots, but any student can take CAT examination only in one slot. Now, the story with NMAT is slightly different. So, in one academic cycle, like whenever the dates for the NMAT, the window is open, so you can take NMAT examination a maximum of 3 times. So, there will be one examination and there will be 2 retakes. So, it is the maximum number of times you can take the examination. Obviously, you will have to register for every examination again and again. You'll have to pay the fee for every attempt again. Okay, so after the first examination, the other 2 retakes are not free. All right. Also, it is not compulsory to take all the 3 attempts. So after taking one attempt, if you feel that you can improve in your next attempt, then you can register for the second attempt. All right. Even after second attempt, you feel that yes, you can make an improvement, then you can again go for a retake. All right. So that is how, that is like if I count total number of times you can take NMAT, so that will be a maximum of 3 times. All right. Now slot booking and exam scheduling. Now candidates can choose a date by themselves, the time at which they want to take NMAT examination out of the available slots, as well as the location of the examination according to their convenience. All right. So if you stay in any of the cities of India, you will have to go to the official website of NMAT, type in your state or the city in which you are living, in case you want to check if they have a location, a center of the NMAT examination in your city or not. So I'll take an example of one of the metropolitan cities. Let's say you live in Mumbai, somewhere near Andheri. All right. Now, first of all, you'll go to the official website of NMAT, check what is the nearest center to your house in Andheri. Now, once you get all these centers in and around your place, then you can check if the slots are available on the preferred date at which you want to take the examination. All right. So let's say you want to take the examination randomly, let's say on 1st of November. So you will enter the date 1st of November and check all the available slots at that particular location that you have selected. Okay. Then it will display all the available time slots on that particular day. And among those available time slots, you can select a time slot of your own choice. All right. So this is everything about slot booking and exam scheduling. The same process will be repeated for the two retakes after the first examination. All right. Now the third point is choosing the section order. Again, I'll explain you the same thing in with respect to CAT examination. Now, in CAT examination, you cannot select the order in which the three sections will appear. So, in CAT, we can say that the first section will always be verbal RC, the second section is logical reasoning data interpretation, and the third section is quantitative aptitude. Once you have attempted the first section after 40 minutes, it will be submitted automatically and you will go to the second section again 40 minutes and then the third section 40 minutes. So you cannot uh, yourself decide the sequence in which the sections will appear for CAT examination. But in Narsimunji, NMAT examination, you can choose the order in which the three sections of NMAT examination will appear. All right. So, for instance, you can choose to attend QA first, then followed by verbal ability, then followed by logical reasoning. So, at the beginning of the examinations, you will be asked to select this order. Obviously, during the examination, you cannot change the order. So at the beginning of the examination, they will ask you about the order of the sections that you want to attempt in NMAT examination. You can select that order and then the paper will be, the sections will appear accordingly as per your selection. The next thing is reviewing. Now, the candidates can review their answers at the end of each section and reattempt if required. So that is a very normal thing. So at the end of each section, you can there will be a review screen that will appear, and in case you want to reattempt, you can do that at that moment only. So these are some very important key points related to NMAT examination. All right, great. Now let's go ahead and look at NMAT paper pattern. Okay. Now, for your understanding, I have just kept the paper pattern of the last 2 years because in 2020, the pattern was slightly different as compared to the current pattern of NMAT. So just for your reference, I've kept last 2 years paper pattern and this year we are expecting a similar pattern. Okay. Now in the last 2 years, we have seen a total of 36 questions in each of the three sections. Quantitative skills, so these are the names of the sections: quantitative skills, logical reasoning, and language skills. So every section we have seen 36 questions in the last 2 years, and my belief is this year we'll be getting the same pattern. A number of questions is same, but the time that is allotted for every section is different. Now, to solve 36 questions of quantitative skills, they have given 52 minutes. For logical reasoning, 36 questions, they have given 40 minutes. And for language skills, they have given 28 minutes in the last 2 years of NMAT examination. So, in total, there will be 108 questions and you'll be given 120 minutes. So, the entire examination is of 120 minutes, right? So like I mentioned you that we have seen a significant paper pattern changes from NMAT 2020. All right. So in the last 2 years, the paper pattern was constant, and we are expecting it to be the same this year as well. All right, so there is different sectional time limit as well, unlike CAT, where we get 40 minutes for every section. So here, different time allocations are there for different sections. Now, moving forward, talking about the NMAT section-wise analysis. So we'll be looking at all the three sections, whatever I can tell you about these three sections one by one. Okay. Now, the last year and the year before that, if I look at the breakup of the questions as per the areas, the different areas that we have in quantitative skills. So I have divided the entire paper in these areas. So these are the 7 areas from which the questions have appeared in the last 2 years. The areas are algebra, arithmetic, data interpretation, data sufficiency, geometry and mensuration, modern maths, and number system. All right. Now, all of you already know these 5 areas from quantitative ability of CAT section. Data interpretation, yes, there is no separate section for data interpretation, but the questions of data interpretation are asked in quantitative skills. Also, you will find some questions which are based on data sufficiency. Obviously, we all know that the questions of data sufficiency are on the concepts of quant or logical reasoning. Okay, so this is the question wise breakup of all these 7 areas that were tested in the last 2 years in the QS section of NMAT, right? Now, if you observe this thing, you will find out that out of the 5 areas of quantitative ability, arithmetic is the most favorite area, followed by modern maths. Okay, so last year in NMAT 2022, we saw a total of 9 questions from arithmetic and 9 questions from modern maths. Also in 2021, there were 7 questions from arithmetic and 6 questions from modern maths. This was highest among the areas of quant. All right. Now, if I talk about data interpretation, last year there were a total of 8 questions which were divided in 2 sets of 4 questions each. The year before that, there were a total of 12 questions from data interpretation. Also, you need to prepare for data sufficiency. Not like a lot of time is required for data sufficiency. It's just the format in which the questions are asked. You will have to get familiar with. Okay, so data sufficiency में concepts वही होते हैं जो quant and logical reasoning में मिलेंगे. It's just the different format, different way in which the same questions are asked. All right, so but you will have to be in practice to solve the questions of data sufficiency, and it will not require more than 3 or 4 days. All right. Now, in data sufficiency, there were 5 questions the last year, and there were 4 questions in the year before that. Okay. All right. So this was quantitative skills. Now, moving on to language skills, verbal ability, जिसको हम जानते हैं. Okay. Now, in CAT, you will find para jumbles, para completions, para summaries, and reading comprehensions. You will not find fill in the blanks, error detections, analogies, and prepositions. All right. So here again, there are some different types of questions that are asked in language skills. If I compare the last 2 years, reading comprehension, last year there were 8 questions which were divided in 2 reading comprehension passages having 4 questions each. The year before that, there were a total of 12 questions. If I talk about the length of reading comprehension, then as compared to CAT, the level of difficulty as well as the language as well as the length of the reading comprehension, all of them are at a lower level. So in Nasimunji examination, the comprehension part is very easy, or I'll say that the overall examination is easier as compared to CAT examination. Okay, now obviously you'll have to take the mock papers of NMAT to actually understand the level of difficulty and the type of questions that are asked. Talking about parajumbles, 4 questions were asked in each of these years. Error detections, the number of questions remained unchanged, so that was 6 each. Fill in the blanks, last year there were 6 questions, and the year before that there were 9 questions. From prepositions, which was absent in 2021, there were 4 questions in 2022. Also, the number of questions from analogy is increased from 2021 to 2022. So in 2021 there were 5, and in 2022 there were 8 questions. People are saying my voice is gone. Wait. All the students who are present here, can you please confirm if you can hear my voice? Yes or no? Sushi says that my voice got cut. Is my voice clear? Am I audible to all of you? Yes or no? Just write yes if I'm clearly audible, because one of the students mentioned that she cannot hear me. But I have checked on my phone. Yes, my voice is there. So Pragya says it's fine. So I must continue. Okay. So that was about language skills. Now talking about logical reasoning, I don't have a complete breakup for 2021, but I can give you a breakup for 2022. And so logical reasoning section is divided in different parts, right? So there were some questions on critical reasoning that we have got. So from critical reasoning, from different areas of critical reasoning, there were a total of 15 questions. Yes. Statement, assumptions, and conclusion, there were 2 questions. Course of action, there were 4, and strong argument and weak argument, there were 2 questions from this area. All right. Now talking about, just give me a second. Okay, now talking about the cutoffs of the different campuses of Darcy Munchi. Now this is one very important thing that most of you are waiting for. Okay, now NMAT total 120 questions. The weightage of every question is 3 marks. All right, so the entire examination is of 360 marks. I'll write this number at the top. Now, in the table that you can see on your screen, you can have a look at the cutoffs for different years as well as for different campuses for Narsi Munji Institute of Management Studies. So let's talk about the cutoffs of the last year only. Now for NMIMS Mumbai campus, if I talk about the cutoffs for MBA core as well as MBA marketing, all right, whatever the programs are there in NMIMS Mumbai, I'm not talking about MBA in pharma. Okay, I'm talking about the main MBA programs. So the last year for NMIMS Mumbai, the cutoff was somewhere between 230 and 235 marks. Now the same thing for Bangalore campus was 220 to 224. For Hyderabad campus, it was 195 to 200. NMIMS Indore campus, it was 190 to 200. And the same was for Navi Mumbai campus. All right. So 190 to 200 was for Indore as well as Navi Mumbai campus. Okay. So this table will give you a complete idea of what is the score that you'll have to target in NMAT examination to get a call from each of these colleges. All right, चलिए आगे चलते हैं. Now moving on, talking about the sectional cutoffs for NMIMS Mumbai campus. So these are the sectional cutoffs that you can see for NMIMS Mumbai campus. All right. Now, again, focusing on NMAT 2022, the last year of NMAT examination. So, the sectional cutoff for quantitative skills was in the range of 74 to 76. For logical reasoning, it was in the range of 72 to 74. And for language skills, it was in the range of 73 to 75. The overall cutoff, as you have already seen in the previous slide, it was 230 to 235. Obviously, the sum of these sectional scores is not equal to the overall cutoff. Okay, the sum of the sectional cutoffs is not equal to the sum of the overall cutoff. So overall cutoff is slightly higher than the sum of the sectional cutoffs. Okay, so don't just start adding these numbers to get this. Okay, it is never the case, right? Now moving ahead, looking at some of the practice questions, like some of the questions that we have seen in the previous year papers of NMAT. So I've just kept the questions that have come in quantitative skills. Okay, that will give you a fair bit of idea about the level of difficulty of NMAT examination, right? So this is one of the questions that has appeared in one of the previous years. So the question is, look at the level of difficulty, huh? So these are the actual questions of NMAT. The denominator of a fraction is 2 more than thrice its numerator. So if numerator considered as x, the denominator will be 2 more than thrice its numerator. So 3 times numerator plus 2. Alright. So this is the fraction. If numerator as well as denominator are increased by 1, so if they are increased by 1, then the fraction will become 1 upon 3. Okay, so this is an equation. I'll cross multiply and we'll try to solve it. So cross multiplying 3x plus 3 is equal to 3x plus 3. Everything will get cancelled and we will not be able to find out the value of x. Okay, so the answer here will be option E. Now, Anil Kumar has a query. May I apply for all NMIMS campuses like Hyderabad, Mumbai, or not in the application form? Yes, Anil, you can apply to as many campuses and as many programs that you want to in the application form of NMIMS. All right. So the answer for your question is yes, you can apply to any number of campuses. Okay. If you want to apply to all the campuses, you can. If you don't want to apply to any one or two or three of the campuses, then you can select and apply to the campuses of your choice. Also, if any campus offers more than one programs, then they will also give you an option of selecting the programs. So for instance, in N-minus Mumbai, we have MBA core, marketing, human resources, pharma. There is no need to apply to all these courses. So if you are not interested in any of the course, don't apply to that course and just apply to courses in which you are interested. Okay, I hope I have answered your query well. Let's move on and look at the next question. So question number 2, what should come in place of question mark in the following equation? So there is an equation, question mark is given to you, and you just have to find among the following options which will satisfy this equation. Okay, so I can say that question mark को मैं x लिख देता हूँ. X upon 24 is equal to 72 upon under root x. Okay, so x under root x is equal to 72 into 24. Okay, now you can simplify this. Otherwise, you can do hidden trial as well. So 24 में से 2 निकाल के मैं 72 को दे देता हूँ. So 144 multiplied by 12 can be written as 144 multiplied by 12 can be written as under root of 144. Okay, so x root x is equal to 144 root 144. So the value of x will be equal to 144. So 144 will replace the question mark. Okay, now I hope you are able to understand the level of difficulty. So here, agenda is not to make you solve these questions right now. The agenda is just to tell you about, just to make you aware about the level of difficulty that you're going to see in NMAT examination. Not all questions are so easy, but I've picked some of the questions randomly. Okay. Next, question number 3, a number get reduced to 1/3 to its 1/3 when 48 is subtracted from it. So when 48 is subtracted from a number, it gets reduced to its 1/3. So the final value becomes x upon 3. Okay. So 2x upon 3 is equal to 48 and the value of x comes out to be 72. Okay. So what is 2/3 of that number? So 2 by 3 of 72 will be equal to 48. So 48 already हमने calculate कर लिया था 2/3 of that number. So 48 should be the correct answer. All right. Simple as that. मैंने गलती से 72 लिख दिया. So 48 is the correct answer for this question. Okay. Now question number 4. This is what you'll have to evaluate. 299.99999 raised to the power 3. This number is approximately 300 in the bracket whole cube. So 300 whole cube will be 27 followed by 6 zeros. Okay, so the answer should be this 27 followed by 6 zeros, and option A should be the correct answer. Cool. Okay, so this is it. Fine. So option A is the correct answer for this question. So this is the guys, this is the type of questions that we have seen coming up in the QA section of NMAT examination. All right. Now, this is all about NMAT examination from my side for all of you. In case you have any query about NMAT, NMIMS, or any of the campuses of NMIMS, you can post your query in the chat box. If I can resolve this query today, I will be happy to answer it. Otherwise, I'll incorporate these queries in my upcoming sessions. Also, in case you want us to conduct any of the sessions related to or based on any of the examinations, though we'll be covering almost every examination. But in case you have any kind of special request from us, from our team, then you can also post it in the chat box and we will incorporate your suggestions in the upcoming sessions. All right. Okay. Now, friends, CAT 2023 and other MBA entrance examinations test series has already started at BYJU'S exam prep. It will include 80 plus mock papers, which will include 25 mock CATs and more than 55 non-CAT mocks, including NMAT, ZAT, and other examinations. So it's a good time to join this series because it will also have more than 10,000 practice questions on every topic covering all the subtopics. You will be given video solutions for all the CAT mock papers that will happen. Also, there will be a detailed mock analysis for every mock that you will take at BYJU'S exam prep. Okay. Anil is asking if I don't apply for colleges, eligible for that colleges or not after NMAT results. Okay, so Anil, to be eligible, like any college would be considering you only if you have applied to that college. Okay, so to be considered for the admission process, you will have to apply to that respective college before the deadline. Once the deadline is over, you have not applied to that college, then you will not be considered even if you will clear the cutoff of that particular college or campus. Okay. Pragya is asking what type of questions from arrangements comes in NMAT. So Pragya, uh, type of question is same as you will see in CAT examinations. The question is based on linear as well as circular arrangements. But at the same time, I would say that the level of difficulty will be very low as compared to the questions that you will see in CAT examination. Okay. Yes, Saket. So that was a slight error. The two options were same. Okay, so you can ignore that. Good that you have noticed. Okay, so I've also noticed that, but we have marked, we have selected the correct answer. All right. Now, CAT 2022 toppers the list is in front of you. Also, friends, new batches are available for CAT 2023 comprehensive program. So it's good time to enroll because you are unnecessarily delaying this process. So as soon as you have decided that you want to take CAT examination, make sure that you enroll for the new batches which are available for CAT 2023 comprehensive program. Okay. Also, All India Open Mock for CAT 2023 is already live. It started on 11th of August and it will be live up till 20th of August. So make sure that you register for this examination and attempt All India Open Mock for CAT 2023. On 20th of August, Srinivas sir will be taking a live interactive workshop on why, how, and when to do an MBA. So anybody who is still confused if you should be doing an MBA, when you should be doing MBA, or why you should be doing an MBA, so please talk to Srinivas sir in this interactive workshop on 20th of August at 11 a.m. All right. So friends, that's all from my side. You can get social with us on all these social media platforms. Thank you very much for being a part of this session. Please sending in your request so that we can bring forward some more important, relevant information that is required by all of you. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful time. Bye bye.